Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's cryptocurrencies update for Friday, May the 12th, 2023. Let's go bottom fishing because the bear in the background might soon be over. Yes, that could be the case. So let's have a look at a lot of charts. So please pay close attention to all I have to say. It is quite a lot. I'm going to start off with Bitcoin and then Ethereum. But before I do that, I would like to share you the crypto fear and greed index. It's neutral right now. So we've definitely already reset some of the bullishness that we initially had. And that's a good sign that we can start to move higher once we are really fearful. So here is, in my humble opinion, the preferred wave count for Bitcoin, and that we are completing a B wave lower, black wave B, and are now in wave C of wave B. The rally since November last year is overlapping. We've so far done 3 waves up. We're probably going to do 3 waves lower, and then another 3 waves up. Would not surprise me at all. That matches with the bigger picture wave count I have shared with you before. Let me show you that right here. And that is on the monthly time frame. I believe it is this one, A, B, C. All right. So completed A, B, C lower. And the ideal wave C target zone is anywhere between 23,200 and 25,900. C is A, to C is 1.618 times A. Typically, B waves target anywhere between a 50 to 62% retrace, just as we saw here in March. That was the target zone. So we bottomed, I believe, right at a 62.8% retrace. However, the range of a B wave can, of course, be much larger. Right? We can be anywhere between the 38.2 and the 76.4. So this is our entire range with most common, typical, standard, textbook, etc., 50 to 62%. In blue here is the arrow of the general path that we've been looking at since mid-April. In my humble opinion, we got 5 waves lower for wave A. Then we had a running flat wave B here in red, A, B, C. Running means the C wave didn't surpass the top of the A wave. Ethereum was another story. And we're now in this wave C of B lower. So anywhere between 26,000, I would say, and 23,230-ish should see a bottom. So we followed this general path very well. We have, of course, the red B wave, quite complex. B waves are always complex because they're 3 waves, overlapping, nasty. Don't trade it. And now it is C wave lower. Okay, that is the path. And from there, we should then start our next rally higher. A, B, C. That would be ideal. The alternative is that we have already topped for this larger B wave. This blue B wave has already topped. And we're on our way much lower to about 8 to 10,000. I can't tell the difference just yet between these 2 wave counts, but we have to keep an open mind. And as you can see, there is, of course, clear support somewhere between 24,500 and about 25,500. That is also, of course, on this chart. That matches, of course, very nice with the red target zone, the gray target zone. It gets us close to the ideal B wave target zone. So it seems like we're going to see a bottom somewhere around that level, anywhere between 25.5 and 24.5. Right? Write it down, anywhere between 25.5 and 24.5. That would be ideal, anywhere between 25.5 and 24.5. I think we will have a nice C wave target zone right there. Okay, on the monthly time frame, as you can see, matches quite well with what we had on the map here as well for this black wave B. Okay, so the trend is your friend chart for Bitcoin shows that we have lost support of the moving averages, the 10, the 20, and the 50. We're in the cloud. Once things are in the cloud, things become uncertain. It's not the best of best trade setups. We are riding the lower Bollinger Band lower, and the Bollinger Bands are expanding. So this has weakness, just as the opposite happened here in March. We had strength. Okay, we had weakness. Support is clearly, of course, at the 200-day moving average, which is now at 22,300. I don't think we're going to get that low because we have, of course, support levels to content ourselves with. This would be a crash wave, but I don't see it happening yet, that we're in the starting gates of 3 of 3, down to 8 to 10,000. but my preferred view is for this ABC setup instead. So here is a other view from Income Sharks on how Bitcoin might move around, something like a diagonal that would match very nicely with, of course, what we're seeing here, ABC, right? Quite nicely. Support here, I believe, somewhere around 25,000, he says in his tweet. Yeah, around 25,000, right? About 25,000. Okay, excellent, 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 excellent. All right, so keep an eye on that one, and you'll be the first to know. Moving on to Ethereum. This is the preferred wave count for Ethereum. We could be, for example, in a leading diagonal first wave. So we've talked for wave 3, also for wave 1 and wave 2, and leading diagonals are overlapping, and it's kind of messy, okay? It's a string of larger overlapping waves, but bottom line is we have support here at around 1670, 1670. CSA relationship targets that picture perfectly. So we have wave A lower, ABC higher for wave B. Again, smack boom right in the middle of all the target zones. We haven't missed a beat at all. So I don't think we're going to miss this one either. 1670 is support. So make it 1650 plus or minus 50. Okay, 1650 plus or minus 50. This is going to be our target zone. So anywhere there. Okay, that's going to be our target zone for this wave C. I have it in blue right now because I don't know exact label degree yet, but it's fine. We see so far an ABC low. So this is going to be a 535, the zigzag. Okay, very simple. I think that's on the Bitcoin chart as well. Or didn't, maybe it's on the Ethereum chart. Neither. Okay, I don't know where I had that one, but we knew that we were looking for 5 waves lower, then we were going to look for a zigzag 535. Similar for Ethereum as for Bitcoin, we are in the starting gates of a impulse lower. We do need to break support, go to this target zone at around 1500 plus minus 50, back to about 1650, 1700, and then to wave 5. That would be the impulse path. Okay, that is the alternative. I have for now nothing bullish on the map, not yet. That bullishness will come once we reach the support level. Then we can see again, have a look at the technical indicators, all that good stuff. But we have lost the 50-day moving average. And from a trend perspective, you can see it here right in Ichimoku cloud. This looks weak. And I am preferably going to look lower into that 1650 plus or minus 50 target zone for Ethereum. Write it down, 1650 plus or minus 50. Ideal target, 1670. Can be a little bit of overshoot. Yeah, give us a break. That's what we're looking for. So we now covered the two big boys, right? We've covered Bitcoin with an ideal target of around 25,000 plus or minus 1,000. Ethereum with an ideal target of 1650 plus or minus 50. And then we'll see again. So we should then be able to get a nice counter trend rally, potentially a rally to new uptrend highs. Okay, but we're in a weak chart where I have 0 signs that there's a bottom in place. This is weak, weak, weak. Okay, please remember, we're going to bottom fish, as I showed you, of course, in the slide that we started the webcast with, but we don't have a sign of a bottom fish yet. That brings me to Cardano. So Cardano as well, we said we're monitoring for 5 waves down here in April already. If we see 5 down, then we're going to look for an impulse or a zigzag. So far, it looks very zigzaggy. A, B, C. That's a zigzag. Impulse is, of course, this, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't see it yet on Cardano. The blue arrow is where C is A at around 33 cents. The red arrow is the symmetry target at about 30 cents. Okay, then we have ABC up, ABC lower, etc. We lost support at 0.3795. We need to get back above 0.3795 to target 0.4175. Above 0.4175, we target 0.460. Very simple. For now, I prefer to look lower, but it starts to look like we have 5 waves lower soon on the map. So above 3795 starts to suggest we might see another counter trend. Avalanche lost the floor, which was the 200-day moving average, at about $16. Should be on its way to about $13, $14 with an ideal target of $13.45. It has to, of course, recapture the floor. Then, of course, 1835-ish, 1830, to tell us that it wants to move higher. For now, this wave count seems quite operable. A, B, C, a massive, very tricky, flat wave 2/B. How we're doing on Binance Coin, it is still stuck between a rock and a hard place, between 335 and 265. We're right at the middle symmetry of around 300. We're holding the 200-day moving average. We're holding about 300. That's about it. If we lose that, the mid and the 200, then of course we're going to go to the lower end of the box. Okay, this is also a very range-bound crypto, and it's weak. It's below the moving averages, except the 200-day, and also below its cloud. I wouldn't touch it. Curve. Now, curve is starting to fill in quite nicely as well, with an impulse higher, in my humble opinion, since the November low, and now an ABC lower, with A here in March, B here in April, and we should now be in this wave C, ideally targeting anywhere between, I would say, 0.625 and 0.725. Support is clearly at 0.725. We lose support, then we can do a CSA relationship to 0.625, ideally 0.610, for this wave 2B. So we're getting close to this ideal wave 2/B target zone between 0.74 and 0.61. Getting close. I have, of course, no signs of reversal just yet. This still looks weak. We're below all the moving averages, but I think we're getting close. So that's why we start to bottom fish. Okay, we haven't caught anything yet, but this is where we're going to look for. This is the target zone. We're getting awfully close. Keep an eye on it. How we're doing for Link. Link, of course, is weak. Once it lost its 200-day moving average, once it lost $6.80, down it was, and I still think we can look for 590 before we see anything else a little bit more bullish happening. Below 590, we're going to target 540 to $5. This looks weak, very weak. I see nothing bullish on Link. Matic, the same. Once it lost the 50-day moving average, tried to find support to the 200-day moving average, failed, that became resistance, and I think we're on our way to about 74 cents. Below 74 cents, and we're going to revisit about 50 to 45 cents. Remember, support was at 94 cents, 95 cents, somewhere around there. We lost it. So S is now R. Support is now resistance. And I think we're going to go to 74 cents. This is overlapping complex mess, so I still think we should see much lower prices before this one is completely done with its C wave. Also, again, Matic is nothing I would touch. Bitcoin and Ethereum, on the other hand, are getting close to their ideal target zones. How we're doing on Solana, also this one is, of course, stuck between almost $20 and $22. It's been there for a long time with no real advantage to either side of the market, not for the bulls, not for the bears. So that tells us that if we break below today's low, which is about 1980, we're going to revisit 16. Below 16, we're going to go to $12 to $10. We need to break above 22 before we see anything bullish. For now, this is a bearish chart. End of story, bearish, bearish, bearish. How we're doing on ETHE. ETHE is also breaking down. It lost support here at 850, so I think it can start to target 750. That would, of course, match this for Ethereum quite nicely as well with lower prices. That is support 750. We lose 750, we're going to go to 650. That is the next support zone. The whole rally here was 3 waves, A, B, C. So that is still corrective until proven otherwise. GBTC. How we're doing on GBTC? Okay, we had a fake out in above resistance, and only for about 2-3 days, and we lost support here at 1465. So that is now, of course, also resistance, right? This is now, of course, resistance. This is resistance, and we now have support here at $13. These are all resistance levels, and we can go as low as 1110 based on simple symmetry. But let's start with the first one here at 1310. Also, this one is weak. We're below the moving averages except for the 10-day, and we're in the cloud. Also, this one is not something that is on my shopping list. I prefer lower prices before I would get interested. How we're doing on the miners? This is Mara. Mara is holding support here at 850. We lose 850. I think we can rapidly go to about $6.80. Potentially as low as 6.5 for C/3. We reached the ideal wave C target zone. for B/2. And now on our way lower. If we hold support here at 850, yes, we can start to move higher, but I have no signs of a reversal at all. We are below the 200-day, the 10, and the 20. So all we're holding is support at 50-day and 850 level. That's all there is to it. So also this one is a glass is like 1/3 full type of setup. Nothing too exciting. Riot, same deal. Originally, I thought this purple B wave had already bottomed, I guess, early May. But it decided to subdivide. This shows you how complex B waves can be. So we had technically enough waves in place, A, B, C, but it turned into an even more pronounced A, B, C. Then a massive spike higher into Wednesday's high, into the ideal target zone here. And we stopped right at resistance and completely fell out of bed again. So this shows you how range bound this is and how complex this B wave here is. This B wave has also become a, I would say, regular flat, potentially regular expanded flat. So we call it because the C wave is above the end of the A wave. And we should now be in this red wave C. So if A, B, C. This red wave C can either bottom here at around $10, or we can go all the way down to 850 with support 875. It depends on what type of ABC correction we're going to get. That I don't know yet. We lose support, then of course we're going to go to about $10.10, which is of course where this wave A bottomed right there. Okay, as you can see, that's where C is A. If we lose that, then we can go all the way to 875. So for now, I prefer to look lower. Everything is pointing down. I don't see anything that is supportive of higher prices, but we are following the general path of this pink purple arrows that we've put on the map already late April. So this looks all good. So that is all I have for today. I hope you paid close attention to the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, and all the altcoins and what the miners are doing. If we're going to break higher, I think we have a very nice setup in place for the miners to go for Riot into the 15s, potentially low 20s, and for Mara to go into the mid-teens as well. But I don't see it at all. We need to at least break above all these moving averages. Other than that, all charts are, most of them, 100% bearish. So I see nothing bullish yet, but we're getting close to ideal bottoming zones. So pay close attention. We are on alert, not yet high alert, but we are on code orange, so to say. Soon we'll get code red. We're not there just yet. So I hope you appreciate this very detailed analysis based on technical analysis and the Elliott wave. And of course, a little bit of sentiment, but this is all we need to do. Track price, because price is the final arbiter. Price pays, nothing else. And price has all the answers, because price is the aggregate of everybody's opinion about where things should be. Until then, I prefer to look a little bit lower, and then we should start to look for higher prices. Okay? We're getting close. Take care, trade safe, and I'll see you all next week.